Okay, I'm Jayla Sanders, and I'm here with,
Clarissa Taylor, Texas Southern University graduate.
and we are going to be doing an interview on the importance of HBCUs. So my first question is, what made you choose Texas Southern University?
Well, one of the reasons, the primary reason that I chose Texas Southern University is because I was a non-traditional student, and I had applied to other universities, and Texas Southern is the university that gave me an opportunity to attend college.
And what year did you graduate from Texas Southern University?
I graduated in December of 2006.
Okay, so have you been hearing the recent complaints about financial aid?
I have not heard the recent complaints about the financial aid, but I am familiar with some of the complaints that were present when I was a student at Texas Southern.
And what were those experiences you had with financial aid there?
Some of the experiences that I had with financial aid was the inability to get the information in and processed on time, because we had a large amount of students that received financial aid. So the more students that receive financial aid, I guess the larger the capacity of the workload is. So we had a difficult time just actually getting the information in and getting our papers processed.
And what did you study while you were at Texas Southern?
I was a business major. I got my undergrad degree in management, business administration.
So you were there when there was a higher enrollment rate. What type of interactions did you have with your professors?
I would say that my interaction with my professors was a very intimate interaction. It was a very supportive environment. I got to know them on a very personal level.
So you would say that you could still call them back now and...
Absolutely, I can shoot an email to some of the professors and actually give recommendation letters, or just to let them know, just follow up and see how they're doing and let them know how I'm doing.
So what are your relationships between the classmates that you had while you were at Texas Southern?
So I still keep in touch with a lot of my classmates, those that graduated, because we work closely, very closely in cohort groups, collaborative groups. So I still keep in touch with a lot of those, my classmates.
So do you think that HBCUs are still important and relevant today?
Absolutely. I think they are important and relevant. I think that they were established to give African Americans an opportunity to attend college where it was not afforded them an opportunity. So I absolutely think that they're still relevant, and that there are people that still would not have an opportunity to attend college if not for HBCUs.
Do you think that you had good interactions with people that were not of your racial background?
I think so. I think we had I think that Texas Southern was very diverse. I think that we had a lot of international students. We had a lot of international students in our program. So I did get a chance to interact with people from different countries, as well as people from different states.
What kind of problems did you face while you were at Texas Southern?
I would say that the main problem that I face, being a non-traditional student, I work full time, and some of the classes they may have been offered in the fall, but not in the spring, or they may be offered in the spring. So sometimes, for me, when it got close to graduation time, it was hard for me to get those classes that I need in order to graduate. In fact, I had to end up going to the community college and having that approved by my dean to take back for graduation.
So do you think that Texas Southern's lack of funding might be a reason why they didn't have those classes available for you?
I wouldn't necessarily say funding. I would just say planning and preparation, like knowing that you have a certain amount of students that would require this particular class to graduate. So I think it was a planning and preparation at that time.
Do you think that people that have gone to Texas Southern come back and are proud of their school?
I think that we are definitely proud of our school. I think that we come back, we support during homecoming, we support. I think that some people don't have such a positive experience, and I think that maybe affect the alumni participation in it.
Yeah. So would you identify your role models that you had while you were at Texas Southern?
So my number one role model would be Dr. Jean Ramsey in the in the School of Business. Mm-hmm. Dr. Ramsey left an impact on me, not just my educational career, but my personal career. Just helped me grow as an individual.
Do you still talk to her today?
I do. I still email her back and forth, and she checks on me to see how I'm doing.
So, can you describe campus compared to when you went and what it is now?
I think that when I was there, the campus, the enrollment was larger at that time, and I think that the enrollment may be dwindling off based on what I see on television and the news and reports.
What are the specific things that you think are like making people push away from Texas Southern?
So I think the main thing that may make people shy away from Texas Southern is the location. Of course, we know that it's located in Third Ward, and then the recent things, the negative things that they say on the news, and even the negative, the funding on how we get a stigma at TSU for misappropriating the funds and those type of things, and I think that impacts enrollment.
Do you think that the media is to blame for the way that HBCUs are portrayed, or do you think that they're actually as bad as the media makes them seem?
I think both, because I think that the media exposes it more with the HBCUs, and I think that we need to be more cognizant of how we handle our money and make sure that we're doing the correct thing so that we won't get that negative attention at the HBCUs.
So you think that they do point out when HBCUs do it more than if a PWI?
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
So you would say that HBCUs now still have the same purpose as they did when they were first created?
Absolutely. I think they were, I know that they are established in order to give African Americans an opportunity to get in higher education, and I think they still serve that same purpose.
And did any significant moments in U.S. history in general happen while you were attending Texas Southern?
Yes. 9/11. I was at Texas Southern. In fact, I was there that morning when the first plane hit. And 9/11, I would never forget that.
You were at the school while that happened?
I was at the school while that happened, yes.
What was the area around the school? How were people acting?
It was scary. It was scary, and then we didn't have any details, so we didn't know if it was just an attack on those buildings or if it was an attack on universities or if it was, so we didn't know.
Because you're in a big city in Houston, so
absolutely,
that could be a target.
Mm-hmm.
So you would say Texas Southern is diverse, even though over 80% of the students share the same ethnicity?
Yes, because diversity is not just your ethnicity. Diversity to me and my experience at Texas Southern is that, as I indicated earlier, we had a lot of foreign students or international students. We had students from all over the country. We had students from Florida. We had students from just all over the country. So absolutely diverse.
Okay. So what would you say to the incoming freshmen this year?
So to the incoming freshmen at Texas Southern University, I would say to, first of all, make sure that you have your time management. Time management is going to be the most important thing. Prioritize what you're doing. Hit the ground running. Be serious about your education. And, hey, just do your best.
So you would say that time management was a problem when you were attending?
I would say learning how to juggle a full load of classes. Like I indicated, I was a non-traditional student. And I had 2 children already. So just having to balance your course load with what you're doing. But if you're a traditional student and you're coming straight from high school, I think that's also a challenge because they don't really prepare you in high school for having to keep up with the time and the courses and all of your coursework that you'll have.
Okay, so you mentioned that you had 2 students while you were attending college. Were you out of your teens when you were doing that?
No, actually, so I'm married young. I was married at 23. And so I went back to school at 25. So I had 2 children. I had a 4-year-old and a 1-year-old.
Do you think that the professors helped you out a little bit more, or you kind of had a special treatment a little bit because you had more struggles than other students? Or
I would say that they I would say they invested more in me. I would say that they recognized my potential, and I would say that they encouraged me more, probably because I wasn't the traditional student.
So to conclude this interview, I want to ask, where are you at now, and how did the Texas Southern help you get to where you are?
So currently I am the assistant principal in intermediate Aldine ISD campus. Texas Southern helped me. I got my undergrad degree in business, so being able to work collaboratively with other people and being able to go back to school and get certified to teach business education and to teach language arts. I think Texas Southern prepared me for all of those things. I think I still use some of my skills I learned there. I learned time management on the job that I'm on now. I have to be able to manage my time. Excuse me. I also think that I learned how to do some critical thinking and problem solving at Texas Southern. Just being in groups and being with Dr. Ramsey and in those business classes, I think that they actually prepared me for what I'm doing today.
So you're glad that you are a Texas Southern alumni?
I am absolutely glad that I'm a Texas Southern alumni.
All right. Well, thank you for interviewing with me.
Thank you, Jayla.
Peace out.
I hope you'll put that in there.